We are live on Esports Trade Association LinkedIn Live. Hello, everybody, and welcome.
Hello.
How's it going?
Super good.
Awesome.
So as people trickle in, we may as well introduce ourselves. Amy, do you want to go first?
Sure. I'm Dr. Amy Ches. I've been an eye doctor for over 20 years. I am a proud member of the membership committee at Esports Trade Association, and I'm CEO of Intent Brands, launching a new gaming beverage called Sly. So very excited to be here today and meet all of you. I am a relatively new member and having an amazing experience, so I can't wait to share all of that with you.
Awesome. Russ, I'm just going to go from left to right. If you want to go next and introduce yourself.
Yeah, sounds good. So I'm Russ Kettle. I'm with a company called AVDG, Audiovisual Design Group. We're systems integrators, so we build technology for spaces. My interest in the esports world is I've been a gamer my entire life, and I'm very into the interactive and event space as far as the technology goes. So bringing that expertise to the esports world, and just excited to be a part of this organization and meet more people and learn more about what's going on.
Welcome, Russ. So we do have some comments coming in. I'm actually going to put the StreamYard link into the comments for anybody that's a new member that would like to jump on and say hello. This is so exciting. Just so everyone knows, this is our first LinkedIn Live for members. It's a new initiative brought to us by the membership committee that starts tomorrow. So if anybody's interested in serving on the membership committee, send a note to the office or me. I'll put the office email in the chat here, and then we'll welcome Russ. Very cool. Glad to have you. And let's say hello to Martha. It's so exciting when I see Van anything.
I know. It's and you're always getting mixed up between whether you're listed as a V or a P in everything in your life, right? Like, no, look under P, not under V.
You have that so do you consider yourself MG or MV?
MVG.
Yeah. Oh, MVG. Okay, I consider myself MVP. So okay. Totally.
That's a good one. That works for you.
That works. Welcome, Martha. So let's.
Hi. I'm brand spanking new member. I think this is a great way to start out. So I appreciate the fact that you're doing this. I think that's great. So I work for a very different kind of organization, but I think important as the esports industry grows. It's called the U.S. Center for Safe Sport. And so I'm the vice president of marketing, education, and partnerships, which means a lot of things, but, really making sure that people understand who we are, how we can help, people stay safer in sports environments. And we really feel that the esports environment is something that we'd like to grow along with and understand, and to partner with people to create experiences to train people about keeping youth and everybody who's a gamer intact. And so our head of tech is a wild gamer. We also create and sell and deliver online courses. There's 15 of those. And so the head of customer service and she met Megan last year, Liana Dean, at the conference. So we're looking forward to participating and learning from everybody to see how we might fit in at this point.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. So we are always having our conferences in Chicago, and I don't stay at the hotel. So I often am walking back and forth through, obviously the weekend or the week that we're doing it. And Liana and I happen to have a nice walk from the hotel. She wanted to get a walk to the lake. And so I was able to catch her for a few minutes, but I had some of the best walks with members. So welcome, Martha, and it's so exciting to have y'all to join, and we look forward to maybe having you on one of the committees for sure. That education sounds incredibly awesome. Great programs. Ben Lancaster, welcome.
Hold on, I was on mute. Rookie mistake there. Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you. I'm Ben with Event Pipe. We've been involved for a few months now, right?
Yes, you guys have been involved for a few months. I think you met James Huss at an event where there was a lot of activity in the center of the venue.
Yep. He had great energy too. So we got introduced to you guys that way. Event Pipe, what we are, we're a technology company for event housing. And I head up sales for Event Pipe. And the way we started was kind of getting into that youth sports world, helping them set up hotels. We're very, a true software company. And we've gotten into a realm, really just entered the esports world, realizing there was definitely a fit there. And we've been working with a lot of awesome esports clients, really just, really helping them drive revenue for their tournaments that they're bringing in, and having people come out and traveling into their actual area. It's been a great partnership. We've been heavily involved in the past year or so, and we're looking to just kind of really see more how we fit in the industry. Develop some more contacts there. And Megan and her team has been awesome so far, and it's been a great partnership. So hopefully we can keep that going. And just looking to see what else we can do in the esports world and help everybody kind of grow a little bit more.
All right, so I have to share that we have not announced Esports Next, our conference, yet. It's a soft launch, and we also haven't announced all of our incredible sponsors. And Event Pipe is actually going to make our user experience of from housing to registration a very, very easy new way of experiencing conference registration and ease. So they are one of our sponsors, and that, oh my goodness, it just feels like wrangling cats to get all the sponsors together in the beginning of the year. I'm like, come on, we want to announce everybody at once, but there's no reason to keep a secret like a great company like Event Pipe that is revolutionizing event housing, the RFP process, the simplicity of registration, and everybody will see that when we do open registration. And there's lots of other exciting things for our members and non-members. So Lori, oh my gosh, is that your living room?
No, but in the original picture, my vacuum was in the back, so I thought I would upgrade.
That is beautiful. That's so inviting.
Come over anytime.
Oh my gosh. Well, who wouldn't want to go there for a fire and a little piano?
There you go.
Hi, Lori.
Hi. So
I'm so excited that you came on. Let's hear about what you're doing over at SHI. And of course, you guys are going to be another one of our great sponsors at Esports Next, and we'll see you. But let's hear about what's hot for 2023 for you.
As Megan said, I work for SHI, and we are a hardware software reseller and solutions provider. So where we are heading this year is we did a huge focus on esports last year. And so what we're doing this year is we're kind of expanding that umbrella to include classroom redesign, STEM, which esports will fit into, and also doing a little bit more focus on security and cyber safety. So that's kind of the new plan moving forward. So esports will still be in there. We still get the majority of our calls around esports. So we're just kind of trying to expand out a little bit so people understand what SHI can provide. So that's kind of where we are.
And we're so happy to have your support all the time and everything that you do for students and our collegiate. I think somebody from Dr. Katrina.
Yes.
I think she spearheaded our collegiate and esports panel, and we have a nice little start to our agenda. Lots of cool and exciting new things coming this year.
Sure.
All right. So I know we have several members that have joined this year that we've had a lot of great feedback regarding this LinkedIn Live. I hope I'm adding everybody's comments fairly here. Let's see, David Weinstein, what's happening?
Hey, good afternoon, good morning. Not sure where everybody is, but good day. Thank you for having me. Our firm and myself are full service firm, and we focus heavily on sports entertainment and esports. We represent several esports teams out there currently, several fixed-based facilities that hold events, and as well as some of the software companies behind and that underlie the pipe that you run them on. So we've been in this space for for many years now and decided that it's time to start actually going out and talking to people within the industry beyond just those people that we already represent, to let them know what we can do for them. We help teams bring in doing immigration work, bring in their players in from overseas. We help teams establish, their underlying corporate documentation, negotiate a lot of their licensing agreements. Really, soup to nuts, whatever you need within the industry is something we do, as well as several of our partners in this space also teach at several of the, we're right here in Philadelphia is where I'm based, and we teach at several of the universities here in the Philadelphia area on sports and entertainment law to a lot of the students that are up and coming. So we're passionate about the area and happy to be part of the group.
Well, we're happy to have you and hope that you come out. Everybody should save the date. We are having the Cubs game, which has been a little bit of a tradition here that has happened the last few years. People just can't get enough of Wrigley Field. It's so iconic here for Chicago. And then the same Monday night and Tuesday's our big day. So we look forward to having you. One of our newest members that's super interesting to me is Alaska Airlines, and they are the youngest fleet in the air that I didn't know. So who doesn't like to get on like a new fresh plane? It's like getting in a Tesla or something, right? So I'm so excited the next flight I take to try Alaska Airlines. And I know that part of our incredible registration process once we launch the conference, we are going to be offering a discount for all of our members to fly, and brought to you by Akansha. And please help me say your name.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Megan, for that kind introduction. Sorry, I'm at the airport in a common area, and for privacy reasons, I can't turn on my camera, but I'd love to turn on my camera next time. So here I am, Akanksha. Even I have a hard time sometimes saying my name. So I don't blame you, Megan.
Thank you.
So I'm based in San Francisco Bay Area, and I manage corporate sales, manage groups, sports, athletics teams, minor leagues. We are official airline carrier for Giants, SF Giants, so we manage that relationship. So yeah, I'm very, very super excited to be part of this really upcoming innovative industry called gaming. And thanks to my dear friend Gordon Hinkle, who heads the CESI chapter here in Sacramento, to introduce this great platform for us to showcase our product, our services, and be a part of this big ecosystem, which is so new. I'm still learning, and every time Gordon tells me something, I have to literally like Google it, like, what is that? So I know few of you are already well integrated in this, but we are looking forward as we go along to be part of CESI. And last year in Sacramento, CESI had this great event that we proudly sponsored, and we're part of that, where students got together from the collegiate chapters and had this thing going. But for ESTA, I'm very excited to be the new member. And Megan has been very kind to kind of give me the whole orientation, how this whole thing works. And we are looking forward to attending the esports, which would be my first conference. And as Megan mentioned, provide great discounts for all the esports attendees. So Megan and I will be working on that to offer that benefits to the members. And yeah, I'm very grateful and excited to be part of this this team and this whole project. So thank you, Megan.
Oh my gosh, it's so our pleasure. We love welcoming airlines. And when I looked at all of the places that Alaskan Airlines, I was looking for a flight to do a last minute trip to Columbus, and there you go, there they were. And I thought, this is awesome. And I just love new planes. So yes, can't wait to take the first flight. And thank you for your generosity and your support. We are delighted to have you. So this is great. We have a nice group. What should we talk about? We've had some great comments. We've got some, I just love a party, especially like in the middle of the work week, in the middle of the day. So Amy, you are certainly getting a lot of activity. So you must have posted or something. People are ready for your drink.
Exactly. I guess I have to let the cat out of the bag, right? I mean, I'm seeing all the comments.
Hot over there.
Yeah, something's sort of going on here. So to let the other members know, and a shout out to Mike and to Keith, thank you so much, especially over at World Champion Fantasy and Player X platform. Through ESTA, there has been such tremendous cohesion and collaboration, working also with Gordon Hinkle and CESI and Fit Gamer and so many amazing people. I have to tell you that when you're launching a new beverage, it's not easy. Everybody can kind of expect as an entrepreneur, which is what our team is over at Intent Brands, launching a new beverage is difficult. And when our partner, Doug Kennedy, who's the CEO of Studio Wildcard, who brought us Guitar Hero, Rock Band, Ark Survival, and his wife Tracy at Reverb launched PUBG and Skater XL and Rocket League, we are the meeting of the minds of being eye doctors and concerned about health and vision, digital aspects of screens and how we can do better and enjoy our gaming experience. And Doug came to us and said, what you guys are doing with sleep-wake cycle and circadian rhythm and vision and creating healthy beverages that do something, my gamers need this. And we started collaborating like 2 years ago. And it's taken 2 years to develop Sly, which is our product that is literally just coming out of the warehouse. It's so exciting. Our integration in esports has happened because of ESTA. Mm-hmm. We've met the most amazing people with similar purpose and passion for making positive impact in the industry. I cannot tell you how important and how grateful we are to you, Megan, and to the entire team for creating the opportunity to create these relationships where we can all work together collaboratively. So I know it's early in the day, but I can't wait till the next meeting when you can put Sly as a mixer. And oh my goodness, that mango and citrus is the bomb. It is insane. So I can't wait till everybody can try it, but it'll be coming to you soon. So it's at drinkonthesly.com, and we're really excited, but also grateful for all the partnerships that we're developing and the amazing people that we're meeting.
So cool. I mean, you don't see a lot of drinks that, well, I should speak for myself. I don't see a lot of drinks that will like bring calm or peace. Obviously like caffeine is the main thing you see. So it's like, oh, a good night. Like, I know I should be doing like the tea. I just don't. And I don't know why. It's just like drinking water. Like I don't do it enough. So I'm super excited. Is it going to be powder or is it going to be
It's a ready to drink. And I'm so glad that you brought that up, because that's exactly what Doug came to us about and said, we're on screens, we're all up, but we need time to chill. And that's what Sly's all about. Like, let's just kick back, enjoy the victory, enjoy the experience, and have good, healthy, nootropic ingredients that calm us, relax us, help us sleep better. And there are additional products already in the pipeline to help us focus.
Like,
we just need to chill and enjoy the experience. And that's a big white space. In the industry, everyone seems to be focused on energy, and we need a complement to that energy. And that's really what Sly provides. You can have a more robust experience as a gamer or just people in front of screens every day. But it's really fun. It's a great industry, and we're just super excited to be able to be involved. And as an eye doctor, having the ability to have the vehicle to make a positive impact with people gets way past my four walls here. So it's great to be able to engage with people and figure out how to give them the benefits that they're looking for and they can't find.
Totally. And before we introduce Chantel, people are coming in. So anybody, please, that new member or, even our, anybody that's been a member that wants to hop in, please, everybody's always welcome. But Amy, what's so cool is you've seen like 80,000 patients, and like the next thing is like, what's next? And it's so fun to do what's next in eye health and the whole well-being, like I love the level up. So I really, like level up, just, I understand it's overused, but still it's so cool. Like everyone gets it. So it's like, talk about leveling up as a doctor. Like, what can I do now to affect even more than the 80,000 people you've already served? So inspiring.
It's crazy, Megan. And one of the joys of my practicing career was when I was asked to be a civilian optometrist at the Air Force Base and work with the F-35 pilots, help them train, help them with surgeries, learn those new rules and regs, and help people develop, visual advantage and what that means in a completely different environment, completely different, a skill set that is required to do those things. And you get through those situations and you're like, this is amazing. And then you meet people in a completely different industry, like Doug Kennedy, and all of you on the screen today. And you go, there are so many things you can do in this lifetime. The journey is so cool.
Yeah.
If you're just willing to step outside your comfort zone and take on, some new skills, get into a new space, it's exciting. It's really fun. And I can't wait to work with all of you and learn more about what you do. That's really what this organization is all about. And I hope to see all of you in Chicago, because it will be incredible.
It is. I'm just trying to look at who, only you and Lori have been to Chicago, I think. Anybody else? No. Chantal, that's right. So Chantal, yes, welcome. Let's hear.
Hello.
Chantal, you do so many things. I was just like thinking, oh my gosh, I should have her on the show. And then the Esports Connected podcast, and I was like, whoa, that's a lot. Like you have a very colorful career. Let's hear what's going on over in your world.
Yeah, so thank you, Megan. Hi, everyone. I'm a new member because during the first call of the year, I think that's when I joined because I got sold on everyone on the call.
The coffee.
Yes, the coffee connections. So I've been in the esports industry for about 4 years now, but I started in Southeast Asia. So I'm from the Philippines, so it's quite different, but right now, I'm working with Galaxy Racer North America because we have the Her Galaxy tournament, which is for women. And yeah, I joined ESTA because, I want to meet more like-minded people, do more collaborations with all of you. So thank you.
We're so glad to have you. So that's your main, do you do consulting? I know you're involved in a tremendous amount of different things. What should we call you for?
So right now I'm doing freelance for Her Galaxy. I've been doing business development and partnership. So if you need I've been helping companies partner with Twitch, partner with TikTok and all of that. So looking forward to contribute to any of our future events.
Oh, wow. That's really cool. One of my favorite things I love to hear from our members is that they have time on their hands. I don't know why that translates to that's what I hear, but and it looks like you're enjoying some weather there.
Yeah, actually I'm in Costa Rica. I'm outside because my boyfriend and I have the same call.
Oh my gosh, that's so nice. That's a beautiful view.
Yeah, it is. Again.
Oh my gosh.
A little too sunny. That's the show.
Thank you for sharing.
Happy to be here.
We're happy to have you. I don't know what everybody else sees, but I see the full-on Brady Bunch. Does everyone else see? All right. So I don't know who I am, but I'm top far left. Not to date myself here, but I am. So what else does anybody have to share? Martha, were you about to share something? You're on mute, I think.
Yeah, new system here.
Yeah, that's okay.
I think I'd be able to figure it out. Now I was just saying hi to Lori Witt, saw you before from SHI. I think I'm just really interested. I was just listening to in terms of the pathway that could be wellness for gamers, which could include a lot of things, right? Personal safety, physical safety. It's really kind of an interesting idea, and just understanding the demographics within the industry too. How much women play a part of it, how much youth play a part of it, and we're looking at this as a long-term goal. And we really see there's a crux of people who have expertise in online security, what we know about protecting youth, and just figuring out how to reach parents too. We do a lot of outreach to parents, and I think probably a lot of people do here to engender trust, knowing that this can be a safe place for their children. The fact that there's so many things that you can actually have as careers in this industry too. That's one of the things that I keep coming back to in terms of the HBCU types of activities that there are in terms of gaming, and how important that is to strategy for leveling up for folks seeing them professionally. So there's so much. I think, being part of the education, platform, or, people that are thinking about that would be very enriching, because I think I'd probably learn more from other people, but I'm one of those idea generators that really loves collaborating. So I'm so happy that we were able to reach out without even knowing that you knew Liana. Good LinkedIn member.
LinkedIn has been so amazing. My career coach from my 20s called me one day, like in 2007, and was like, join LinkedIn. I'm having all of my students join LinkedIn. And I remember and then she called me like a year later. She's like, okay, now how many connections have you made? And I didn't know where my connections were. And she said, okay, let me tell you, where your number is. And I remember after a year, it was around 500. And then she was like, okay, now did you send a note to everyone? So she taught me, more than a decade ago about purposeful connecting. And it was such a great lesson from her. Thank God she's still a coach. And she wrote a book on purposeful connecting, on her inspiration from LinkedIn. And she's still a career coach at Butler University in Indiana. And it's just the sweetest story that she kind of coached me through the LinkedIn journey. Who would have thought? And every time I speak somewhere, I can't rave enough about the power of LinkedIn and the quality of the connection that I've made from my career. And thank goodness I was an early adapter, just because I keep smarter people than me around me all the time. Amy's like, yeah. So one of these days I should have her come to esports next. There's been so much evolution. And yeah, we would love to welcome you, Martha, to the education committee if you would like to join. And it would be my pleasure to go through the different committees as we're launching initiatives for 2023. I mean, January is just such a fun month because it's just such a start to create your great year through all your goals. But I think you would love the education committee with what you're up to. Yeah.
Thank you.
And Laura, you're in it. You're in the education committee, aren't you?
Yes. And there was.
Where are you in research?
Are
you in research committee or education?
I think it's education.
Okay.
And I say that because I don't think I've been on a meeting with them yet. So.
Okay. Yeah, because they're just launching. So it's like the perfect time to choose a committee. Again, if anybody wants to know anything, I can walk through them. I don't want to make this an esports trade association commercial by any means. We really are doing this for you all to share versus me. So, but I'm happy to help anyone on their journey in service and leadership, because really that's what I think it's all about. But I don't want to. Does anybody else have anything that they would like to share?
Well, real quick, Megan, have you talked to Tim about that at all? Because that's new to me, so I'd love to learn more about that as well.
I think that I think Tim is excited about the event committee.
Okay.
So, and I think he's looking at who he would want to represent Event Pipe during the event committee, which is so important. So you guys are part of you're so part of the event. And there's some really neat things happening. This year, we are thinking about doing a chapter collaboration tournament where all the chapters that we have that are national and international are going to be having a tournament one night, allegedly. Now, this is just like what I'm hearing. And then the other thing we're thinking about doing is like a bracket and or like industry. Who's going to like this idea and who gets it? I think Michael Vella, if you're still here. We're thinking about having an industry competition, like expert league draft or bracket on one of the evenings as well. So those are just two things that are not in my lane at the moment. They're spearheaded by others, but that's going to be very exciting. So if anybody, there's a link I can post here, committee application links for members. Make it nice and easy. All right, I posted it. Can everybody see that, or do I have to add it to there? I'm just wondering if that's an easy to click on. So thanks for asking. Anything else anybody would like to share? Any questions about the committees or the conference or membership?
I'd love to share a little bit about the pitch slam competition. As a new member, I have to say Megan is like a master at getting people to come together and kind of like, I didn't really know what to expect. And I'd never been involved in pitching for my business yet because we're such a young, company. Megan kindly introduced me to Sharon Gill, who is an incredible coach. Yes. And just did a masterful job of making you literally go, getting comfortable and confident in stepping out of your zone and being able to deliver messages in a way and handle objectives and make sure that you can expect challenges and feel confident about what you're doing in a constructive rather than a deconstructive way. And when most people hear competition, they think it's like this. And really, it was like this. The people that were my fellow competitors are now some of the people that I am doing business with on a daily basis and having conversations with. I would have never in a million years anticipated a pitch competition with your competitors turns into your collaborators as a business. And it's just a really great experience. I would encourage all of you as new members to consider being part of the pitch competition because it really does help you hone your skills and make very meaningful relationships with people and have the experience of a great coach like Sharon. It's really great.
It is so fun. I think they're changing it up a little bit this year because there's so many pitches in so many other organizations, and we love that. We never want to compete. We want to complement other events. So I think we're doing like something a little more casual. I think we're doing an open mic pitch. Oh, so it's like a Johnny on the spot. Now, when you register for the conference, you can click, I want to be part of the open mic pitch. And then I think they're going to add 10 right there and just make it more casual, just due to like the landscape of the industry and what others are doing. We're leaning more like deconstructing what we did last time and doing just the opposite. And then the people that end up pitching, maybe doing the class following the pitch after you're done. So we're still like working, we're always just like re-looking at everything. And that's kind of the way it's landing. But I haven't done an event in at least 10 years without an elevator pitch. Yeah. It's just so fun. And it's such a great exercise. And you think what you think and what you're gonna do, and then what you learn, like any class, is exactly like what you don't think. You know what I'm saying? Like you get in it to learn this, but you learn this. It's just completely different. It's hard to explain. But when you're up in front of your community on a stage with a mic in your hand, how much growth of stretching is that? It's just so,
It is, and I think about all the people who were there in Chicago that I would have. I mean, you see faces on LinkedIn, and I can't. I agree. Like, you just make friends, and then when you're in person, the idea of being able to see everyone and have that opportunity to have an open mic, situation and just be able to share what you do. It allows for that networking and those connections to happen in such a unique way. I mean, the people that are in the room and on this event as well, we all have these really great skills and goals, and when you can figure out who you can help, that's what's, I think, really magic about a trade association. And I know that runs near and dear to your heart. I've been part of our optometric association for over 20 years.
Yeah.
When you can bring value to that trade association and start meeting each other and actually moving the industry forward and making an impact together collaboratively, I really think that we have a unique opportunity to cross a lot of bridges together and make a difference through ESTA. And it's really exciting. It's fun.
Yeah, Amy, like, I never thought I would enjoy explaining what a trade association is so much. Seriously, if somebody would have asked me 5 years ago that was my biggest question, I would have been like, no, I don't want to do that. And now it's like one of my favorite questions to answer, because doctors and lawyers know what it is, but what we're doing in this industry that is so new and so fun and so exciting, like gamification and education, and then the bridging businesses, is exhilarating. And I love enrolling college and even high school students in the idea of being involved in a professional network while they're young, and giving them the guardrails that doctors and lawyers have, and they're as old as time. So it's kind of like bringing old school business back to something, probably the most progressive industry in the world. But I would have never known that would be like half my day for so many days. That it's amazing. It's really incredible. We are also launching a mentorship program. Our Chicago chapter is putting it together. That's getting soft launched next month, virtually and a physical location. I think at Scrims is what we've decided on. So that's going to be really cool, which a lot of doctors and lawyers are comfortable with that too. So we're getting that program initiated for our mentees and mentors, which will be super exciting.
Fabulous.
Yeah, it is. It's a great organization. We're doing some great things, that's for sure.
I'm curious where everybody's from.
I'd
love to know. I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona, where when it's 60, I put on like a puffer jacket. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, and my husband's like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you all bundled up? It's like 60 degrees." I'm like, "You don't understand." So I hail from Pittsburgh originally, but I've been out here since 2000 in Arizona, and I'm curious to know where all of you are from and where you are now.
Yeah, I'll start. I'm from Boulder, Colorado. That's where I grew up, born and raised. So seeing Deion Sanders all over the national championship last night made me real happy. But currently reside in Nashville, Tennessee. So came to the South to get a little bit of hot chicken and some barbecue. Yeah.
I'll jump next. I'm from Philadelphia and didn't get very far because I still am in Philadelphia. So it didn't run very far. I tried, but I came back. Don't ask me why. That's where I still am today. So still good to me.
It's home.
It's home. It's home. Whether everybody else agrees with me or not, it is home.
I guess I'll jump in. I said I'm from the Philippines, but since last year I've been digital nomading, so I don't have a home, but just jumping around, seeing more cultures.
So cool.
Wish I had that when I was young. I kind of do that. I'm from the East Coast, and I've lived in 14 places around the globe because I was in international business with
Wow.
my career. I live in Denver now, where don't think it's cold. It's about 60 degrees and sunny, which is typical. And tomorrow there could be 3 feet of snow, right? So
Yep.
loving living in Denver. I'm a skier, so I'm quite happy right now.
Do you ski downhill and across the flatlands?
One is much harder than the other, believe it or not. If you have to propel yourself, the cross country is harder, but I prefer downhill. But it's one of my goals this year is to get into kind of what's the fat. There's like fat skiers that are a little bit more stable than the skinny ones. So it's all good though. It's all good being outside. It's beautiful here.
So I'll jump in. I'm from and currently live in the biggest state in the United States called Rhode Island, and I've lived here for my entire life. I love it out here, but I also get to travel around the U.S. too, so I'm pretty familiar with some of the places you guys are talking about as well. But nice and about 50 degrees over here. Not bad at all right now.
Mm.
So I'll hop in. I was actually born in Pittsburgh, but moved to Charleston, West Virginia. So yes, you all are outnumbered now. I moved to Charleston, West Virginia when I was very, very little. So I've grown up here, currently live here, and hope at some point to move towards the Carolinas because I have family there, and it's warmer.
Carolinas is like just a hot new, newer trend, I think. Seeing a lot of people go there.
Yeah.
Did everybody share? Akansha?
Oh, I'm the only one left. Okay. So I was born and brought up and raised in New Delhi, India. I lived all my life there, mostly, and then started my work career 15 years ago and went to live in Sri Lanka for a couple of years, in the Middle East for a few years before coming to the US in 2008. And I've lived in Bay Area since then.
Wow, we actually have a chapter starting in Sri Lanka.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
love that country. It's just beautiful.
Wow.
I mean, I love India better, but Sri Lanka is beautiful too.
It looks beautiful. It looks beautiful.
I mean,
And-
people
and-
are nicer. It's a small little island, but it's beautiful. Yeah.
We do have a lot of Denver. We're getting from Denver. So I will say where I'm from. I'm from 20 miles west of Chicago, and the highlight of obviously growing up would be to come to Chicago. So like for me to just make it to living in the city is making it in my head. It's like if you can make it in the big city, you can make it. So fortunately, I'm right about 2 blocks from where we had our first conference. And we do not have the ink signed for our next conference space, but it is unbelievable. It doesn't disappoint. It's 2 blocks from the lake, 2 blocks from the city. Oh my gosh, balconies in every room.
Wow.
A woman architect designed the hotel. And she's like nationally acclaimed. It's an unbelievable indoor outdoor experiential space. Just so nice. We should be able to announce that. I'm trying to hold back my excitement, but probably within 2 weeks we'll launch all the exciting things about the conference. But I love Chicago. There's so much soul here, and it is an absolute honor to have everyone come here and for me to host our membership body, and nationally and internationally in the Midwest. It's the salt of the earth. We're on the lake, and it just has so much to offer. So for me, it's just an absolute pleasure, being that I've done this for decades, and most all conferences that I've ever done in tons of different associations have almost always been in Vegas. So it was just my dream to bring people here to explore and experience this incredible city. It's amazing that it's like happening. It's like sometimes I pinch myself like, oh my God, 400 people coming to Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love Chicago doing like the architecture boat tour. Oh my God, all the buildings. They're so big.
I know, it's my dream that we rent a really big boat one night sometime. Sponsorship available. It is one of my big dreams, just to have a boat to ourselves. And we see people doing that on the lake or on the river. So yes, I'm from Chicago and just love being here. I never get tired of the snow. When you live down here, you don't have a car, you don't drive, you Uber. So, there's no shoveling and, you don't have the mess really, like my mom. It snows and we're all like, okay, who's going to go shovel her sidewalk? And she won't move. She's still in the same house that we grew up in. And yes, I wish she would come down here because it's walk everywhere and it's pretty healthy. And I think it's much safer than the news portrays. I've not ever had a bad experience as long as I've lived here, and I'm out and about every day, meandering myself, finding strangers to talk to me because I just talk to everybody. I just ask my doorman. So that was a good exercise. What's next, Amy? We have like about 4 minutes. Obviously, we want to give everybody about 10 minutes back for free. What are you thinking?
So, what's next for us is our launch of our beverage, Sly, actually getting everywhere. And I have to say, the conversations that we're having with partners through, the Esports Trade Association is insane. Having, the best as far as veterans in the industry like Doug and Tracy to take this concept, this idea, this, goal and actually make a physical product, launching it into this space is just an amazing experience. And I think what's next, for Sly is we've got citrus and mango that are coming out to the stratosphere. We already have to make a second run, which is insane.
Wow.
We've actually had a request, and I have to be careful about how I say this, but we actually got a request for someone to purchase all our inventory, which is like, what? And then I have to produce again in 6 weeks. Are you serious? So it's like this incredible experience within gaming. I am so filled with gratitude and excited, to be able to launch within this really special, magical place. And to, other people and other parents who used to, look at my 12-year-old daughter who's a gamer and go, why are you still on the screen? You've been on there for too long. And Doug Kennedy pulled us aside and he's like, your daughter, you should support her in gaming. And here's why. And then I started learning about, all the great, amazing impacts that gaming does as far as vision and learning and brain and life skills and all of these things. And I went, wow, there was so much I didn't know. And I love how every day is a new journey. Just me personally, with my company, Intent Brands, with our product Sly, and all of the new things, that are coming with Sly, with new flavors and new product lines like Dream that helps you sleep at night with melatonin. The places that will be, the partners like PlayerX and CESI, the Game Master reality show, Fit Gamer. These are just collaborations that would never have happened without the people coming together. It's always all about people. I call my husband my chief relationship officer. He's our CRO. And it really is about people and having common experiences. So what's next with Sly is coming everywhere and hopefully landing on your doorstep in 30 minutes if things go as planned.
Yes. If there's any inventory left, who's next? What's next?
I'll go. So this is our first year for AVDG kind of jumping into the esports world, and we're trying to come in hot and heavy. So we have an exciting partnership with some gaming tournaments that go into the higher ed space and to try and bring some awareness to what we're doing to learn more about the industry as well. So hopefully get to make some of those announcements soon. But it's a little bit scary to jump feet first into an industry that we're still learning and still growing in, but having a trade association like this makes it seem very, very easy to do. So we're very excited for the collaboration and to get to know everybody and to become more of a partner in this space for everybody around. So looking forward to 2023.
Right on.
I just love that more and more companies now are entering the space. Like they didn't believe me in 2019, but now we gotta welcome them with open arms.
You know what I heard at the coffee, and you were there, Chantel? Our member jerseys, the first 100 people that register for the conference are getting a complimentary member jersey.
Wow.
And
Sign
they
up.
are so cool. They're redesigning them for year 6 because we'll be 6 years. Our last year was 5. We'll be 6 years old, and that is just like super exciting. It's my first ever jersey, so we were like over the moon the other day when they announced that. So everybody will be getting the announcement when we put the tickets for sale.
So get them quickly is what you're saying.
Well, yeah.
You just put down the gauntlet.
Yeah.
You get one.
I know. Oh my gosh, they're so great. Yes, love them. What's next for everybody else? Just have a couple of minutes or two.
So we're kind of in the same boat where we're still learning this market segment for us, and it's been awesome to learn it too. It's been pretty wild to see what these top, professional gamers can actually make in this world. It's pretty unbelievable. But we're in the same boat, really just kind of feeling this out. We have a bunch of customers right now that are using EventPipe and are really enjoying it. What we've noticed is that it's a lot of education on our part. We're trying to educate everybody on what hotel and housing management can really do for their business. So it's been kind of fun, really talking to tournament producers in the esports world and showing them what we can actually do to help them throughout that whole process. And we're no upfront cost business, so there's really nothing out of pocket for them. But we're really just showing them what we can do, and it's been a great partnership right now with a bunch of the ones that we have. So looking forward to teaching more people about EventPipe and the hotel management world.
It's so important because there's so many tournaments and so many events with esports, and how you guys are revolutionizing the simplicity of putting out a request for proposal, finding a great venue, having help with the pricing and, everything that goes along with contract signing and things like that. I mean, I certainly don't want to say all the things you guys do, but what a great partner you are for the association and our community.
Yeah, and it seems like a lot of the esports tournaments, all these people love to cram as many people as possible into these small little hotel rooms. So it's been pretty funny to see that happen. But yes, we're there to kind of help them kind of manage that whole process. So it'll be good to partner with you guys too.
Right on. Anything else that's got a couple of minutes?
I think, I'd like to, figure out how to provide some free resources about how we look at managing events with kids. So we've got a number of resources that went through, because we work with the Olympic and the Paralympic movement in terms of all of their events. So that's about 11 million people. And there are some basic resources that talk about how to make sure that, organizations can look at how they keep kids safe in rooms, how you do room checks, making sure that adults and kids aren't, it seems simple, right? But a lot of organizations just don't know the right things to do. And also, so there's a lot of good things that a lot of good coaches and event organizers and people that are going to these events now that are coming back just want to know about. And so all of these resources are free. And so figuring out how we could just, if it's helpful, to be able to bring that more to light, because we are a nonprofit, we're mission oriented around safety in sport. So that's a great thing that I would love to have people just to see. And we've been working with a number of hotel operators to think about having kind of programs within their hotels that show parents that they have that understanding. So big purview, but I think this industry, I'm hoping just to learn about how we can be of help for the most part. And then thinking about how we could formalize something, in terms of training that's right for this industry. So lots of little things along the way before we run. So just grateful to have these conversations.
I'm happy to help in any way that I can also as a member. If there's some visual expertise on visual safety and some tips for parents, I'm more than happy to participate and provide that information and resources and, help you in your efforts. I think it's great.
Yeah. I'm interested in getting, a can of Sly. I think my eyes are spent too much time on Zoom, although this has been a pleasure.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that we have such an incredible partnership with Encore. They always produce our shows and bring gear and all sorts of treats along with that. Last year they provided our reception. So I do want to mention that we have a really cool virtual job fair on Monday. And it's on Martin Luther King Day because they thought that it would be really great for people that were not working that might be looking, and for people that weren't working that will also be off. And it's so neat. You come in like this, and then they ask you like each box has like a department, and you get to choose which one that might interest you, like all the different jobs in esports. So it's so cool how they organize it. So, you know, it might say like event planning or production or integrating, you know, like they have all these different, I don't want to speak for their different departments, but they actually have the hiring manager in each little room, and they know how to run an event. And I encourage anybody that's interested to come to that on Monday. It's just a wonderful, wonderful company to work for. True and true for anybody that knows James Hess and the Encore community. Just great. I met Ben, the CEO, once, and he said, I think I saw a show about ESTA. I think it was you. It was kind of funny. He said he was on the plane. What's next for anybody else? I wanted to just bring that up. Any closing remarks? Well, I'm glad that we covered so much. Save the date. Esports Next 2023. August 20th through the 22nd in Sweet Home, Chicago. Yay. For I think the third year, and it will be 5 because we had 2 that were virtual. So I think it's the 5th conference or 6th. And that will end our broadcast today. Thank you all for coming. We look forward to seeing you hopefully on Monday, and we'll be doing this next month, same time, same place. We're always looking for member hosts to co-host with or lead these LinkedIn Lives. So I want to do special thanks to Dr. Amy for being so generous with your service. Thank you.
Thank you to all of you.
And that's a wrap. I'm going to end the broadcast. I don't know if that ends all of us. I hope it doesn't. But bye, LinkedIn.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye. Take care.